Good morning, students. So once again, this is the third volume of Visual Basic, continuation of the features of Visual Basic. Last class, you can remember, I taught you 3 features. In that, a most important feature I taught you, IntelliSense property. In that, what happens? The system can interact with users during runtime, and I showed that sub features, 5 sub features were there. In continuation of that, there are few more features. At least we should learn 10 features of Visual Basic. In that, the most important feature is IntelliSense property. Now, the fourth feature is what? Visual Basic execution is based on interpretation. Visual Basic execution is based on interpretation. Now, what is interpretation? Already you have studied C programming language, you have studied data structure, you have studied Unix. There you have seen usually the programming language will be having compilers where the entire code will be executed at a time. But there are some programming languages where interpreter will be there. I hope in first semester you have studied the difference between compiler and interpreter. So, what is compiler? Which compiles the whole code, whole user code, what you are writing in your editor at a time, and it debugs it. But what is interpreter? Which interprets line by line of your program code, line by line of your program code. So, what is the advantage of interpretation in Visual Basic? If you write one program code, one line, suppose A is equal to B plus C, you have written suppose A is equal to B plus C. Here suppose not like this, yeah, let it be like this only, A is equal to B plus C. Now, see here, suppose there is any error in this line. So, until and unless you correct this line, you cannot go to next line. You should correct the error, whether it is syntax error or semantic error, what kind of error it is. Runtime error means it will not be shown. Usually runtime error is, it is your logical error, but any syntax error or any semantic errors is there means, especially you consider syntax error. If there is any syntax error in your code, then until and unless you correct it, you cannot go for what? You cannot go for the next line. Because of what? Because of interpretation. So, Visual Basic is based on interpretation. What is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Interpreter interprets or executes the program code line by line. Compiler compiles the whole code at a time. Next feature is what? Visual Basic code can be commented. Visual Basic code can be commented. See, what is comment? Comment is a line in a programming code which is ignored by the compiler. Comment is a line which is ignored by the compiler. So, you have seen in C and C++, you have used this double slash, or you have used slash and asterisk. Means here if I write, suppose addition. So, this is what? This is a comment which is being ignored by the compiler. It is a non-executable line. It is a non-executable line. Same thing you have used in C language also, you have used in C++ also, you have used in data structure using C also. Here in Visual Basic also, a program code line can be commented, but for that one single quote should be used. Same thing, I will write like this here, add. Just left side one single quote should be used, or else REM ADD. REM is a keyword. REM means remark. If the during execution, if REM is mentioned, the keyword REM is mentioned, then what will happen? This line will be ignored. This line will be ignored by the interpreter. It is not going to be executed. It is a non-executable line. So either you can use the keyword REM or you can use single quote. Same thing you have used in C, C++ using what? Slash, or using what? Slash and asterisk. Slash and asterisk. So this is what? This is another important feature. Next is what? Visual Basic project consists. See, the Visual Basic project consists. So what is project? Certainly, why this word project has come? Why that word project we are using here? Till now you have studied everything is based on programming. Till now whatever you have studied, that is based on programming. Now certainly from programming I am using that word project. Why? See here. Now suppose in C language, I am considering C language only. In C language what you want to do? You want to do addition of two numbers. Now you want to do subtraction of two numbers. Now for addition of two numbers you have used you have used the editor and you have written the code and you have saved it in one file 1.c suppose. Second one, you have written subtraction code, you have written like this 2.c. Now 1.c is a separate file, 2.c is a separate file, both should be executed separately. So addition is a separate program, subtraction is a separate program, that should be executed separately. Obviously for this you can use switch case. In one program only you can use switch case. Case 1 is addition, case 2 is subtraction, case 3 is multiplication, that is different. But what I mean to say, two files you cannot execute at the same time. It is not possible to execute two files at the same time. It is not possible where in C language. Whereas in Visual Basic what happens, see, GUI is there. What is there? GUI, graphical user interface. In that what happens? It is based on Windows. It is based on Windows. Now see here, suppose I have created two windows. The first window is what? The first window is for add, like this, A, B, C. So here it is for addition. It is for addition. So as I told you, since it is visual programming, any program you do, first what is required? Design is required. Then only what is required? Code is required. Now no doubt we will write code for this. C is equal to A plus B. Here subtraction, same interface will be there, suppose A, B, C. So here I will write C is equal to A minus B. Whatever it is, see here, code is there here. This code part is common for you. Same code you have written in C language also. But what is extra here? The GUI, graphical user interface, the design. Now here what is the advantage? See, this is one window, this is one window. This is called one form. This is called another form. The GUI itself is form, the design is form. These two can be integrated in one file, that is VBP. Suppose 1.VBP, Visual Basic Programming. See here it differs with C language. In C language what you did? In C language addition you did, subtraction you did. You have said in two different files. So this is a separate file, this is a separate file. You cannot execute it simultaneously. Here what is happening? See, under one file. So what is that file? Visual Basic Project. It is not program here. Visual Basic Project. The VB extension is Visual Basic Project. C language extension is .c. C++ extension is .cpp. Shell programming, Unix you have studied, extension you have used .sh. But here what? Here it is VBP. Under VBP, this window will be saved as FRM form. This will be saved as FRM form. Means here two extensions are required. One for the GUI, one for the graphical user interface. That is what? That is FRM. This is FRM. And then is what? Visual Basic Project. So what is the advantage of this? Under one project there may be n number of GUIs that is integrated together. This is called IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment means what is happening here? See, you are getting a platform where you are creating multiple windows. Each window can represent one interface, and it will be having what? It will be having some code, it will be having some program, it will give some services, it will give some output, and it's nothing but it's like a program. You can consider this first form is a one program, addition program. Second form or second window is another program. That is what? Another window. But it is coming under a single file. It is integrated together. It is integrated development environment. That's why this is called what? This is called project. It is not program. Program means only one program can be executed at a time. But in project what happens? There will be multiple programs. Means the programs are nothing but the GUI, graphical user interface. Each of are called forms. The window or the GUI is called what? Forms, which each form is doing some specific task. Each form you can compare with a program. So that's why it is called what? It is called projects. Now what happens? The Visual Basic project consists three things: view code, view object, then toggle. The Visual Basic project consists view code, view object, and what? Toggle. Now what will come? Question will come, what is this? What is this code? What is this object? What is this toggle? So the toggle word, toggle means what? Switch over. Toggle means switch over from one to another. Now what is this object? What is this code? See here. Now see, now only I have written this window. Now this window is what? This window is design, and this is what? This is called coding. Design and coding. So this design here, whatever is there, these are objects. These are objects. Means what here? There will be two windows. One design window will be there, and one more what will be there here? Code window. Means this is your editor. Code window is what? Students, editor. Now here what? Okay, code window. So here it will be what? This is your editor. Now what? Now here what happens? See, so once again I will write it this side. See, maybe this side will not be visible for you. Here only, below this I am writing. See this. Now here what is there? A, B, C is there. This is your design. So value of A is 10, suppose value of B is 5, C is giving the result as 15. So this is what your design or GUI. Now for this what will be there? One code will be there. C is equal to A plus B. Now this is what this is your editor or code window. Now here what is happening? See, this is design, this is coding. So this is called object. This is called what? Object. So if you click on view code, it will show this, your code window. So all the programming language code window is common because editor you have used. Any programming language needs one editor. Through editor only what you will do? You will type the code, you will go for file, then in file you will go for new option, then you will type your code with header files, with variables, functions, loops, like that. Here also it is there. Here also you are writing the code, but before that what you should do? What code you are writing for solving a problem. For that problem, what is required? Design is required. So that's why here in the features you will get this option. What? See, if you click on the first icon, it will go for code. If you click on the second icon, it will go for design. Why? Because at a time both you cannot do. When you are designing, you cannot write code. When you are writing code, you cannot go for what? Design. Okay. And what is toggle? See, the toggle is what? Toggle is, it is between, the toggling between or switch over between files and folders. Toggling between files and folders. What is the toggling between files and folders? Suppose here, now this is your what? This is your object. This is the icon. Here one plus is there. What is there? Plus. Plus means what? There is more than one window. There is more than one window. Like one window is for addition, another window is for subtraction, like that. Now see here, if I click on the plus, so it will come like this below. This is for add. This is for sub. Below now, after plus, minus will be there. If you click on minus, again what will happen? It will go back. The forms or the windows will not be visible. So this is okay. What? This is toggling. It is nothing but showing and hiding. Once you click on, see, like in my computer also that option is there. See, everything comes under my computer. Once you click on my computer, you will see the drives. C drive, D drive, E drive. That is toggle. From my computer it is going to the drives. That is toggle. Now, if you press backspace, what will happen? Again it will go back. Like that here, there are two options, plus and minus. If you click on plus, then what will happen? If multiple windows are there, multiple forms are there, multiple files are there, that will be open, that will be exposed. That is what? That is toggling. So it is toggle between what? Files and folders. These are what? These are your files. This is what? Folder. What is the toggling? Showing and hiding. From folder it is showing the files. Again what is happening? The files are getting again hidden inside the folder. So for that, like plus minus, like that left side you will get the icons. So that is only what your toggle. And view code reflects or represents what? The code editor, where the user can write the codes. And view object is nothing but the window, the GUI, graphical user interface, which consists what? Which consists several objects. Here whatever you can see, last class I told you these are called text boxes. So text box is what? It's a tool. Why the tool is required? The tool is required for design. In that what is there? Input is there. What is there? Input. It is used for input and output. And that text box or whatever things are there here, whatever components are there, everything is object. This window is an object, this is called form. Left side what is there? ABC, these are called labels, that is object. Right side these are text box, that is also objects. So that is only coming here. So either it will show the window with all objects, or it will show what? It will show the code window. So what? Or it will toggle between files and folders. When the folder will come? If multiple files are there. When multiple files will come? If multiple windows are there. How multiple windows will come? Because of this IDE, Integrated Development Environment. There you can create multiple windows under one file. That's why that is called project. It is not called as program. Next feature is what? The next feature is Visual Basic code can be aligned and formatted. Visual Basic code can be aligned and what? Formatted. So what is Visual Basic code alignment and formatting? Already you know what is alignment and what is alignment and what is formatting. So alignment, I'll give you an example in MS Word. In MS Word you have seen the options. You can make a file, what you have written, the lines, you can make it left justified, you can make it center, you can make it right justified. That is what? That is alignment. Means line by line. It will come like this. So suppose like this. Line by line it should come. This is your alignment. Now you can make it left side. You can make it left side. You can make it center. You can make it right side. So like that here also alignment is possible. And one more very important thing is what? The code can be formatted. Okay, the Visual Basic code can be formatted, means you can use some formatting functions here. Code means what? The output. Why formatting is required? It is not actually for the code, it is required for your output. Like in C language you have used escape sequence /n/t. Okay, I think you can remember, you can use /n. Even in C++ also you have used, but see in your syllabus, those who have studied PUC, they have studied C++. Other students did not study C++. That's why I am considering C language only. Even in C++ also formatting functions are there, but there some different are there. Apart from the /n/t, some manipulators are there. So that I am not discussing. Okay, just you consider /n/t. You have used /n/t, especially /n. Okay, in printf statement in C language, in data structure you use /n or not? Why you use /n? For formatting the output. Like that here also in Visual Basic code we can use some formatting options which will format the output, which is going to format the output. That is only mentioned here. The Visual Basic code can be what? Formatted. It is nothing but the output can be formatted. Now next, a very important feature is what? Data report. Next, a very important feature is what? Data report. Now see, what is this data report and data environment? What is this data report and data environment? Mind it, you have studied DBMS. So what is DBMS? Database Management System. Why you are using it? You are using the database management system for creating a database where what will be there? Tables will be there. The table will consist rows and columns. The columns are what? Attributes. The table is entity and the rows are called tuples. The rows are called tuples. Now here what happens, see where it is required, why that data environment and data report word is coming. Now here see students, if I tell you, you do multiplication table. See, multiplication table, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, like this. This is a normal program. For this, database is not required. For this, what is not required? Database is not required. Now, if I tell you, I want this, earlier also I showed you, login. Like Gmail login, you know, everybody is having Gmail account, I think. So, for Gmail login, what is required? Username, password, and here some login option will be there. So, user will enter username and password, and if it is valid, then user can enter into their inbox. Now, this username and password, where it is stored? It is not stored in your computer. Your computer is a local computer, local host computer. It is not stored there. Where it is stored? It is stored in a system. It is called server, and the database is called remote database. It is stored in a system called server. It is called what there? Remote database. Now, see what happens means when you are working with database related things, when you want to create a database, then what is required? Then these two, data environment and data report. And when database is required, if you need a program, means a project like this, login, the project will be what? Login. Now in the login, what will be there? There will be interface. In the interface, what will be there? Username, password, login, whatever it is. This is your design. Now for this design, some coding will come. For this design, some coding obviously will come. But here only design and coding is not enough. Apart from design and coding, what happens? See, apart from design and coding, one more thing also will come, database. So here there will be a database, suppose login database. In the login database, it will be like this. See here, username, password. So username is suppose SDC, password is 123. So I have created a database. This database is called backend. This database is called what? Backend. And what is visible for you, that is called front end. Means in Visual Basic we will use two type of projects or programs. One is the normal, what you studied in C, C++, in Unix, addition of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, GCD of two numbers, prime numbers, then Fibonacci series, okay, recursion, not recursion, here recursion we are not going to use, prime number. So those are normal programs. So for that either we will use if statement, we will use loop, we will use functions, like that we will do. That is one kind of programs or projects we will do. Another will do what? Database related. Database related. See here, you have studied database, but you have studied database separately as a subject. You have studied C language. You have studied C language as separate subject. Here you can compare what na? Both are required. What is required? The code is program code is also required and the database is also required. Why? Why that? Two things are required here, because whenever you are working with a database, it will be having two parts. One front end. Front end means what? The GUI, graphical user interface, which is visible for you. And behind that, where the actual data will be stored, that is called what? That is called backend. That's what I will give you a more best example is your results. When you are checking your results, what you will do? You will type the Bangalore University website, bangalore.university.ac.in or bnu.bangalore.university.ac.in, whatever it is. Then what will happen? One interface or window will open. There it will ask you to enter your register number. So if you enter your register number, where you are entering the register number? You are entering in the interface. You are entering in a window. That window is what? That window is GUI. That window is a form. There you are entering your register number, means you are entering it for the query. You are entering it for the query. That is a query. Now for that query, what will be there? The query will go to the database where it is stored, and it should match, means your register number should match in the database. If it matches, then what will happen? It will work like the execution of the query, like select star from this one table, select star from table, like that it will work, and it will give the result for you. It is going to give the result. The result will be displayed where? Result will be displayed on the form, on the window. So here what is required? See, front end and back end both are coming. In front end you are giving the user input. What is that? That is your register number, that is for the query, and that is going to get satisfied where? In the back end, in the server. In university server, your data is stored, okay, your result is stored, and if it's satisfied, if your register number is valid, then what will happen? Once you click on the button, once below some button will be the result button or something. Once you click means you are performing some action, then immediately from server side, from the database side, what will happen? Response will come, it will show the result. You can see your result. So that is based on what? Front end and back end. So same thing here. Only thing is what here in one system only we are doing this. In the standalone system, in your local computer only, there only what will be there? Your design will be there, your window will be there, and there only what will be there? There only your database will be stored. There only, because we will access it directly. We will use it for our purpose only, for a single system. So it will work like a local computer, that is called local host. But actually it is used like what? Client server architecture. It will be used like client server architecture if it is connected through web, through internet. Now see here, now here how this is related. Now here what happens? See, this is okay, this rows are generated as data reports. Data environment means what? Which is a platform. Data environment is a platform where data report can be generated. What is data report? Data report is nothing but the output. The output which will be accessed from the database. The output is what? The output is nothing but the tuples. The output is nothing but the rows and columns. So like this, see here. Now here I want a report of this login. So there is a, okay, I have written one Visual Basic project. Now I want a report. Obviously it should be confidential, only I should access it, because see, it is related with login credential. But if I access it, then in the report I will come to know also here one row or one tuple is created. What is that? That is username and password. There one row is there. Like that, if one more row is added, like this n number of rows can be added. Suppose one more is there, BSc second year. So what I have done for this, there are two rows. One row where username and password is SDC and 123. Another row it is BSc and second year. So what the data report will do, if you use this option data report, so what it is going to do, it will generate the output. That output is nothing but what? The output is nothing but the table. The table consists what? Columns and rows. So data report is a feature which is being generated through data environment. These options are available in Visual Basic, all the editions or versions. And what it does, especially it is there in Enterprise edition, not in all the versions, it is available in Enterprise version. And what it does, it fetch or it access the database, means the back end part. The front end part is for user input, front end part is for user input, front end part is for interface, front end part is for GUI, graphical user interface, and back end is for storing the database and accessing the database. Data report, what it does, it accesses the data. The data is nothing but the rows, nothing but the tuples, along with the what? Along with the columns also, and it will show in a structured format. And one more advantage of data report is what? It is a printable document. Once the report is being generated, if you want, you can get a hard copy also of that. It is nothing but it can be imported. Okay, what you can do, you can get it, means you can convert it. You can convert it for Word or any other documents, and it is a printable document there. Next, what? Next is data grid and flex grid. Data grid and flex grid. So what is this data grid and flex grid? It is nothing but similar like this only. It is nothing but similar like this what? This database, that is also related with your database only. But what is the thing here? Suppose here, now I want to see what is the username and password I have given. What is the username and password I have given? I want to see it in my project, Visual Basic project. Now what is the option for me? Suppose you have used Oracle. For creating database, you have used a software called Oracle, DBMS software. Now here what happens, see, this is your VB, this is your Oracle, means if it is front end and back end, two different softwares will be used. One will be for front end for design, that is Visual Basic. Another software will be what? For creating database, that is suppose Oracle. Why I am giving an example of Oracle? You have used already Oracle. Now what happens here? I want to know my username and password. For that what I have to do? I have to minimize this Visual Basic form. I have to open this Oracle, and there I will type Oracle username and password. Oracle itself is having one username and password. In that what I will do? I will write some query. Select star from, suppose the table name is login. Select star from login. Then only I will access it. Now I don't want like that. I want what? In my front end, in my GUI only, it should show like this. Whatever is there in database, it should show like this. See, it is confidential, but I am taking it as a just example. What I mean to say, see here, suppose here username is there, here password is there, SDC123. Now here what is happening, see, if your table details, it is directly displayed on the form. If it is directly displayed on the form, on the window, then what will happen? Time will be saved. Otherwise what will happen? If you want to check your database, if you want to check your what? Database, how many tuples are there, which are the columns. For that what you have to do? You have to go for the database, You have to open that software, Oracle software. You should write some queries, select star from table name, then only you can access it. But what data grid and flex grid does, directly it access the data from the database and it displays on the form, on the window. This is one advantage. So here what happens, time get reduced, it get reduced or not, because if you minimize, see here there are two different applications you are using, two different softwares you are using. One is front end for the interface, another is for storing the data of that interface in a database, that is another software. Oracle is another software, Visual Basic is another software. Now if you want to check the database of these, you have to minimize this, you have to write some code for this, not code, you have to write some queries. So it is time consuming. Instead of that, what you do, if you use this option, what? Data grid and flex grid, what will happen? Directly what it will do, it will access the data from the database and it will show where? It will show on your form. So this is what? This is data grid and flex grid. What it does? It accesses the data from the database and or fetches the data from the database and shows on what? Shows on the form. The difference between data grid and flex grid is what? Any changes if you make in the flex grid, that will be shown immediately. In data grid what happens? Until you refresh it, it will not be shown. It should be refreshed, then only the changes, means I have changed here 1 2 3 to 1 2 4, immediately will not be shown. You should refresh it, then only it will be shown there. The last feature is DTP, date time picker. The last features, few more features I will add, for today it is only last, date time picker. What is date time picker? In Visual Basic window, you can add date and time. Means from system, you know, in your system right side one system clock is there, where date is also there, time is also there. You can see right side of your system, your desktop, laptop, whatever it is. See there, system timing is there. So date to, okay, current date or calendar, all the options are there, and time option is also there. If you want to access it, if you want to use it on your window, on your Visual Basic form, for that what option is there? Date time picker. What it will do? It will access the system date and time and it will display it on the form. So we may get like this 8/9/2020 11 AM through what? Through DTP. So today that's all. Okay. Further class, in next class, further features I will tell. Thank you.